Good morning, church. It's good to be back with you as we continue our devotions in the book of James, coming out of chapter 4, verses 13 through 17. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed how much we take tomorrow for granted? Like it's guaranteed, like it's already going to be there. That we plan and we schedule, we save for the future, all the while not even considering that it may never occur. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a planner. I am a person of routine. I want a schedule. I'm okay with a little bit of spontaneity and spontaneous, but only if I'm the one being spontaneous and I'm the one in control of it, right? The minute that spontaneity is thrown on me, or routine change or schedule change, I'll be honest with you, it exhausts me. I am mentally exhausted when things aren't in routine. And so think, though, for a moment, that planning is good. Saving for the future is good. Scheduling is good, but have we ever let the reality set in that our days are numbered, that tomorrow may never come, that we are not guaranteed tomorrow, that we don't control the future? James reminds us of this in this text, in this passage. It's telling us that we don't know what tomorrow will bring and what our life will be. And then he even uses an illustration to remind us that it's here one day and it's gone tomorrow. He uses this illustration saying that life is like a vapor that is blown out, and while it's here for a moment, it disappears. This is life. And I don't think it ever dawns on us that this is how it is. And yet we go on, never even considering the fact that it may never even be here. But I wonder what would change if we started living in light of this perspective? What would change if we started thinking that today was the day that we had to make the most of? Would we love differently? Would we laugh more? Would we fight less? How would we spend our time? Who would we spend our time with? How would we spend our money? Who would we spend our money with? What would we think is most important? Would we share the gospel more? Would we be less nervous or more bold to be able to remind people of the truth that they need to hear? How would life look differently in light of this? James ends this section of 13 through 17 with a very interesting verse. He says, "It is a sin to know what is good and yet not to do it." Not that it's a sin to know what is bad and to do it. No, James says it's a sin to know what is good and not to do it. Like, what good are we missing out on today because we are so focused and busy planning tomorrow? What good do we know that is good today that we're not acting on because we think we'll have plenty of more days to do it? James says that is sin. It's sinful. But to enjoy today, to live in today. Psalm 90 verse 12 says, "Teach me to number my days so that I may have a heart of wisdom." Church, we are here one day and gone the next. How can we live today? Are we making the most of life right now? Or are we waiting till retirement? Does our life glorify the Lord today? Like, what is captivating us today? Or are we so worried about tomorrow and trying to plan for the future and missing out on what it is that is good today? And church, what a challenging text. And listen, we love you. We're praying for you. We'll see you in the morning.